said it couldn't be done.
My name's Tom, this is
Hello.
Liam. This is a little bit of beaver. What's that you eating there?
A twox.
A twox? Why did you salvage such a thing?
A bloody twox, mate.
Bloody twox.
See, I'm pretty gonna probably do that, like almost flat back.
Yeah. Hi guys, Back Garden Bushcraft here with Primal Nomad.
Hi there.
And we're at the Bushcraft Show. It's finally actually happened. We're here at Chillington Hall and it's just amazing that this has actually been able to go ahead and it's not been postponed again. We've been looking forward to this for so long.
Oh, too long. We've just, you know, we weren't sure if it was going to happen the first time round. Obviously last year was a no-go, so we're all so stoked to be here.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, so happy to be camping with you as well.
Same as that.
Long overdue.
Definitely, bro. So we're going to film a little bit about the show, but mainly for me it's going to be filming the camping part, the cooking, the stuff we're doing and skills we're practicing around camp, and just bring you along really. Really just love to be out in the woods, and this is a new location this year for the Bushcraft Show, so it's a change of scenery for us.
It's glorious.
We've got such a good spot. We saw so many people crammed together with no room between each other, hammocks on top of hammocks basically. And so we just went in the complete opposite direction. We used our big knives. Liam brought his gill pin. I brought my Wandertactical. And basically we have cleared an entirely inhospitable area that was just brambles. And we've cleared it to make a really nice site for us. So we've set our tarps up already. You might have seen a bit of B-roll. We were just focused on getting this place comfortable because you should have seen it before. It was just a jungle.
Yeah, I mean we could show them the surrounding areas in a bit, and
Definitely.
It was nothing dissimilar to that, was it?
No.
It was
Dead
up to
woods.
here in brambles, deadwood, like you say. Yeah, stumps.
Yeah, stumps which we've had to clear. So it's really nice now to have a little home in the woods and away from all the other campers as well.
Yeah.
It feels like we've got our own little patch of woodland.
Yeah, and our own little slice of wilderness.
Which is just what we wanted. That's what we come to the Bushcraft Show for.
Yeah.
You can see behind me I've got my 3x3 wax canvas tarp by Thornhill Ultraheavy.
Yeah.
Liam's got his DD Superlight tarp set up. We've sort of gone for a similar setup, like a lean-to, and we're going to have a fire out in front. And we're going to do super amounts of cooking, loads of stuff.
It's going to be good.
We've got some plans, haven't we?
Yeah, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Coming to not only enjoy the show, but practice skills together. You know, just enjoy our time doing all the things we fantasise about doing.
Absolutely. You're going to see a third person in the video as well. My dad here is here again. And he'll be camping with us. He's got a little lavoo set up over there, so you'll see him in the background and cooking lovely food and things like that. Some of you have seen my dad in videos before, but if you see another guy in the video, he's our cameraman, isn't he?
That's it, the legend indeed.
Well guys, I hope you enjoy the video. I've waffled on for way too long, so enjoy, and we'll bring you back in a bit.
Awesome.
Put it on the cover.
That one got old rosy cider.
They're your sausages,
They're
man.
my sausages.
You have them first.
Are we just going to start?
Just chuck them in.
Yeah, sweet. Oh, go on.
Thank you, friend.
Thank you.
No worries.
I'm just going to go fingers, I think. I'm just going to go for 2 each.
Yeah, dude.
That's alright. Sweet chilli and
Yeah,
pork
boy.
sausages.
Well guys, none of us have eaten all day, and we've just been clearing camp and stuff, so we've just got the gas stove out and just made a quick sausage wrap, just so that we've got some fuel, because we've just been working our butts off for a good hour and a bit, chopping brambles and moving logs and chopping up wood and things. So we're going to eat a little snack,
long overdue.
Drink a little bit of beer, kindly donated by Liam, so cheers mate.
Cheers.
And we're going to enjoy this, and then we're going to make the fire pit and start collecting a little bit of firewood and twigs and stuff to get the fire going. So we're going to enjoy these, and I'll bring you back in a bit.
Yeah, bro.
This isn't even a coarse stone. What do you reckon? A little hole down to earth?
Yeah.
We're already pretty down to earth, aren't we?
There's quite a lot of earth already. And stones that were coming through, aren't there?
Try not to cut your fingers off.
No, that's right. There's not too many roots either. They're just surface ones, aren't they? So.
That's a bit of clay there.
Yeah. Give a little bit of tile there. Quite good, eh?
Sick. Okay guys, what was behind me was actually what the campsite looked like before we got here. It was just completely overgrown, brambles up to your waist, loads of deadfall and chopped up logs like this, and we've just been absolutely busting our guts to get this place really homely. We've just dug the fire pit, we've got our tarps up, Dad's inflating his sleeping mat now. What we're going to do is we're going to then wander down to the show, start checking out a few of the stalls and maybe some demos, see what's going on. And yeah, we'll not bring the camera this time because it's the first night, and we're just going to wander down and see what's what. But I'll be sure to get some footage of the actual show and the stalls and stuff tomorrow. We will get some more footage later, probably of us cooking, probably of us lighting the fire and just chilling out around camp. So hopefully you've enjoyed it, but as you can see behind me, we have such a good spot here. All you can see 360 degrees is just woodland. Okay, we've got a field at the back as well, so it's just it's a lovely spot, and we've done really well to get a nice tranquil place to camp, because I think so many other people feel like they're forced to camp next to each other. So just going off the beaten track, making our own spot really has paid off. So hopefully you're enjoying it so far. We're certainly having a great time. Okay guys, so we've put a lovely large duck on a spit over the fire and we're slow cooking that, and we're doing roast potatoes in the Dutch oven on Liam's squirrel cooker. Amazing bit of gear, and yeah, it's just going to be a really nice little roast dinner. So we're going to cook this for a couple of hours, probably slowly over embers, and then we've got the fire pulled under the Dutch oven to boil those potatoes, and then we're going to shake them up, fluff them up, and then put some oil in there, get it nice and hot, and do roasties. So this is going to be a proper fancy meal. Yeah,
I'm excited.
Never trust a skinny survivalist, eh?
Oh no, don't trust me.
That duck is carving beautifully. Just like that.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers, buddy. This is
Good breakfast.
yeah.
Yeah. What a lovely spot.
Such a nice spot. So quiet.
Yeah, so tranquil. Feels like we're completely alone here, really.
Yeah. So there is another campsite that's appeared, not too far away, but it's not really within sight. It's not really in our way or anything. So we've still got pretty much this area to ourselves, and just enjoying just slow life.
Yeah, that was a good pace. We've been taking it steady, just woke up and got the kettle on. Just got your coffee now.
Got my coffee, so I'm human.
Made some bacon.
And yeah, I'm gonna eat this.
I don't think it's good.
If you hear a rumbling and a tumbling in the background, Dad's still asleep.
Yes. We've saved him some bacon there, so you haven't been too mean.
A little bit of bacon.
I think I hear him now, in fact. Really could be anywhere here, couldn't you? So many different species of trees as well. It's a really nice woodland.
We were saying we got everything from chestnuts, there's some oaks, we've seen hemlock, spruce,
Yep. Birch, hazel,
birch, yeah, even some willow down in the gap,
Yeah.
some elder.
elder, yeah, yew.
Yeah, there's a yew, a yew tree.
There's always like,
I was like, Dad, don't burn that.
definitely not. But no, it's really, really nice, isn't it?
Such a nice spot.
It's like a kind of secluded little kind of glen. We've got a really nice opening above us here, and yeah, it was really nice last night. We had the robin kind of visiting camp as well this morning, which was cute, didn't we?
Yeah,
So
super cool. Yeah, and it did not like look hospitable yesterday. This
no.
area, like,
it was
completely like,
up to here in Brambles,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah,
higher probably. And that was thanks to the Wandertactical and the Gilpin, wasn't
yeah.
it?
It does
Some
show
leather
you-
gloves.
Shows the value of having a sort of brush clearing tool.
Yeah, yeah, it would have been.
But we
odds.
couldn't have camped here otherwise.
No.
Yeah, we've just been shooting the breeze, haven't we? Catching up. And yeah, enjoying each other's company, which is a rare treat to get
Yeah.
out again with you. So
Had a nice drink last night as well.
we did. I brought a keg. It's about a mile or so to the tar, I'd say.
it was a good walk.
And while we were doing the bramble clearing, Dad was trying to get all of the beer kegs and like his kit over here and
Yeah, he
the
was
Dutch oven. So he was
God bless him. He was
like a pack mule.
Yeah, good mule, wasn't he? Well, we were busy doing the clearance work over here, so he came back and this was nice and a
Yeah.
bit more empty.
But I mean, he was rewarded with having a full keg of ale.
Oh
so.
yes, yeah, he was well fed, wasn't he? Fed and watered.
We'll try another one on mine.
Cheers. Liam?
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Cheers, Dad.
Cheers, Liam.
It's like the Thor thing, isn't it? Thor Ragnarok, or whatever it is.
So tonight we're going to be starting the fire just with a traditional flint and steel. So I've got my kit that I used in one of my previous videos where I used the actual TJM squirrel cooker. So I've just got a nice piece of flint here and some char cloth that I've made at home previously. And what I'm just going to do is try to obviously strike down and get a spark to land on here, and then put this into this bundle that Tom collected. It's got some dried grasses, some birch bark, probably a tiny little bit of honeysuckle in there from another bundle that we've collected for tomorrow, and also some jute twine just in the middle. I might actually go just quickly and get a little bit of King Alfred's cake, put that in there, a little bit of cramp ball, just to keep the ember kind of burning a little bit longer, just give me a little bit of leeway while I get prepped on that. So I'll just grab that now. I've got my trusty tinder bag here, and inside I've got this really monster King Alfred's cake that I'm still working away at. And this came from Wales when I went down to visit Nigel the last time, so it's travelled around a bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, I'm going to crumble a small amount in the bottom of the bundle there, and just put a nice little chunk in there as well. That should really help when I transfer the char cloth in. Down. It's getting quite warm now in the hands because it's quite a small bundle. Bro. What a beast.
Isn't it good?
What an absolute beast. Absolute beast. I love that.
It's the kindling maker, man.
It is. And they can go down a lot further as well with this even, I bet.
Oh yeah, you can get really fine splints.
Yeah, boy.
Okay guys, so we're just about to put some dinner on. Liam did a great job lighting this fire with his flint and steel kit, which was really nice to see. We've split down some chestnut, okay, and we've made a split wood fire with splints, and we're just building up a nice coal bed to do some roasting. And what we're going to have today is we've chopped up some potatoes and we're going to chuck them in my Dutch oven, and we're going to just fry them up basically and make some nice wedges to go with a nice butcher's rump steak. Which we got 3 of them. We're going to chuck them in a pan, fry them off in a little bit of butter, and yeah, just steak and potatoes. Really basic, really yummy, and just sit and enjoy the fire. Apparently there's some music going on at the show tonight, so we're going to pop down and enjoy that, maybe a beer, and yeah, we've got a keg of ale as well, so I'm sure we'll be sharing a few pints around the fire throughout the night. But try and get some footage of the food as it cooks. We're going to get these potatoes on now. I've got this awesome tripod that I picked up at the show today. It's handmade by a really nice guy, metal worker. I'll see if I can put his name or links down in the description of my video. But it's got this awesome adjustable arm that was really hot, which I would use gloves with. But it's got like different links in the chain that you can move it up and down, and it's got this nice adjustable arm that you can use with gloves. To adjust the height of your pot. So yeah, really cool acquisition, great for a base camp like this. So guys, there's dinner. We've got a nice butcher's rump steak with some fried potatoes done in the Dutch oven, suspended over the fire with my nice tripod. We're hoping the steaks are going to be about a medium, but yeah, smelling amazing. So we're going to tuck into this and yeah, enjoy it, and yeah, speak to you guys in a bit.
That is perfect.
Morning guys, we're going to get a coffee on. Liam's just got the fire going with some embers that are left. We're going to cook up some bacon, have some bacon wraps, and I'm going to try out my Kelly kettle, gilly kettle. I've wanted one of these for a long time, just for when I'm out day hiking and can't make a proper fire. And it whistles. I mean, who doesn't want a kettle that whistles? So it's super efficient, super quick way of boiling water. A bit bulky, but for what I need it for stationary camps or camps where I can't have a proper fire, it's absolutely ideal to give me my caffeine and coffee fix. So I'm going to just use a bit of fat wood. I'm not going to fuss, not going to faff around too much, just use a little bit of fat wood, chuck on a few twigs. Oh, there's the fat wood going flying. Special, that is, it's fat wood with wings. But yeah, shave a little bit of this into my into the base of this gilly kettle. Give myself a few shavings. I've literally got a few little shavings there. A few bigger bits. And then using the spine of my knife, just going to create a little bit of like fatwood dust, so it exposes the inner fibres and expands the surface area. It makes it really likely to catch a spark. You can see there, really nice. All that resin is going to go up like a flame, boy.
Smell it, boy.
Yeah.
It's like my idea.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, exactly. Got this big old fire steel. I actually made this myself. Bought a big fire steel blank, bit of antler, drilled it for a lanyard hole. Had this for years and I still haven't even made a dent in it because it's just so flipping huge. So I'm going to put this on a little stick so I can lift it into the base of this once I light it. But pretty simple. Drop a spark in, drop that into the base, chuck on the shavings I made, a few twigs, and we'll be good to go. Put the lid back on and we'll have coffee in no time.
You know what you need to do? Trip over the other one, see where it goes.
There's two.
I was thinking that. Try and analyse the projectile.
I said to the forensics. Blood butter.
Good boy. Good boy. Touch down in between you guys. Gotta be done.
No way, it's part of camping, isn't it? Especially if you're pancaking.
Yeah, and honey.
Honey.
Love my honey.
Tell you what, coffee goes with that in.
Oh, you got it in there. Nice.
You don't need a tad, just the black coffee for me is a little bit, whoa.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All a little bit bitter.
Actually, I might have a whiskey in it.
Irish stuff. The beetle might join you.
Cheers, lads. This is nice.
Very good bacon.
Like little gammons.
Nice thick cut, isn't it?
It's not as good as your homemade bacon though, Liam.
No, thank you. That's really good.
Have you tried it from there? Yeah.
Really nice.
I'm gonna probably do a few videos about it as well. Because there's different types of bacon that I've tried.
Yeah, you should. It'd be really interesting. Because you sent me a little, like,
Kind of
candid camera one of how to, didn't you? Of how when you were making the bacon. So it'd be cool to make a proper one with like
Yeah, absolutely.
your normal production quality and
Yeah, because I do it on nitrite free.
yeah, so interesting. Something I want to learn more about actually, like food preservation and stuff.
Yeah, it's really handy. I got into it because I just love bacon and love love sausages, jerky, all of that kind of stuff. So I resent kind of. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I shouldn't buy so much. I should just make it, you know.
So we're on day 2 officially of the Bushcraft Show. It's the 3rd day we've been here. I haven't been doing too much talking to the camera. I've just been sort of showing the odd little bit. I haven't shown everything. Just sort of giving you a bit of a flavour. We've not filmed anywhere near as much as we've been doing. Predominantly, we've kind of filmed the cooking side of things, but
Yeah,
a lot of the time we're going watching things. We're going to like the stalls and we purchased a few things. I got my tripod yesterday. Liam got a brilliant deal on a wettlings axe.
Yeah, I have to show you that you know, later. It's such an awesome little thing.
which is amazing, and I'll get some footage of Liam using it later.
Great little deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate, but buy the show for sure. But then we're practicing skills, we're sharing things that we've been doing at home and things that we've been learning. Liam's been doing loads of really interesting stuff, like he was just talking about his bacon he's been making at home, and how he's been doing it nitrate free and all that stuff. So just listening to him like talk about things he's been practicing, I've been telling him about my carvings and things I've been doing. So we're not filming all of that stuff, it's just we're trying to give you a little flavour of what the show's like. And it's been a really good show. There's been a few organisational things that we've been laughing about, but on the whole, we've got the most amazing tranquil spot.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it really is.
Best ever, isn't it? Best.
Yeah, and I think we're just loving it. It's 5 days in the woods, isn't it? Really, with things to go and look at in the day.
Yeah, I mean, right now we could be anywhere.
Yeah, like
it's amazing.
It's quiet as anything, isn't it?
with the conifers around, and like it's such a mixed woodland. We were saying there's pretty much every species of tree in this bit of woodland that we're in. And we've just been wandering around looking at the species of tree, doing a bit of plant and tree ID.
It's great, so much wood around, and you know, hopefully do a little bit of carving and bits and pieces today as well, so that'd be really nice.
Liam's got a really exciting day today. He's got an audience with Ray Mears. I think for all of us bushcrafters, Ray's just someone we've all looked up to, and has sort of pushed us to get more into bushcraft. So Liam's actually going for champagne and bubbly with him.
I am, canapes and all of that, so it should be really good.
I'm jealous.
I'll report back. I'm just really excited. Like you say, he's been a big hero of mine, so just want the opportunity of meeting him again. You know, I can't really pass it down. I saw it there and I was like, it's not sold out. That's a sign.
That's going to be really good. So anyway, we'll show a bit of the show today. Expect a few clips of what's going on, like the people, the atmosphere, because the atmosphere is brilliant. That everyone you speak to is so friendly. We've just sat down and had beers with random people we've not met. We had lunch with a family yesterday, and we were just talking about like different parts of the country that we live in, and like sharing our experiences of life. And
it turns
amazing,
out
wasn't it?
they're from like a similar area to where my mum was from. So really small world, and so friendly, isn't it? And
it just shows the community that surrounds bushcraft and how friendly and welcoming and sort of eager to share their experiences everyone is. And I think that's one of the best parts of the show, is actually just to see these faces you've gone from not knowing to someone you can sit and have a meal with. And it's really cool.
Yeah, strangers suddenly become familiar faces, and it's really nice, isn't it?
You like give them a nod as you go past. Yeah. Anyway, I'll stop waffling on, and I'll show you a bit of what we're up to today.
bit punky there. Further up it's actually not that bad, so hopefully be able to use it for some firewood. I did not expect to be able to do that in one blow, but the bottom of it's punky. But when you get a bit further down, it's actually not that bad. So I'm going to take a bit more of this. It's hung up. Bring a bit back to camp. That bit's a bit harder, so that would be better firewood. Nice. Come down, tidy that up with the saw, maybe take a bit more of this later. Cool, so before we start we're going to just show you a few bits of kit that we're using that we've picked up at the show this weekend. We're both kneeling on matching wax canvas and wool blanket sit mats that we picked up from Brown's Bushcraft. They're lovely bits of kit and it just saves your knees a little bit and keeps your knees off the wet ground. Great for keeping a bow drill set off the ground when you're bowing in bad weather. And we both saw these and picked them up. Their prices were super reasonable.
Really, really good.
We both found little wax canvas haversacks. You can see I've used mine a lot already, and I've only had this since the start of the show.
Yeah.
I've been
Lifesaver.
yeah, I've been using this thing properly since I got it, and it was about 20 quid, I think.
Yep.
For a wax canvas, really simple, basic gear, but really rugged and durable.
And lightweight as well.
Yeah,
you know,
really lightweight, and it folds down to literally nothing. So I highly recommend
really
checking out Brown's Bushcraft.
Yeah.
I think.
And such friendly guys as well, weren't they?
Really nice guys.
Really nice to catch up with them and
yeah, we just
see
ended
their
up
stuff.
chatting to them, didn't we, for ages?
Just like-minded people. It's great.
And what have you got in your hand, Liam?
So this is an awesome little bit of kit. So you'll have to remind me the store because
Beaver
Bushcraft. There's so many Bushcraft stores as you can imagine that we've been to today. So Beaver Bushcraft, really lovely chap again. You actually probably have seen him in my episode sharpening the knives. He's one of the guys that I always visit every show. He's got a great sharpening technique and makes some lovely gear as well. And this is a kind of a multi-tool little chunk of metal that I'll bring in for a closer shot soon. And what it is a bearing block. So it's got a hole drilled into a top piece of metal and then another piece on the top to act as a lid. So that can be held in your hand and obviously bear down for a bow drill. It
Nice
doubles,
copper rivets on that.
really, really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it also doubles as a fire steel, so you could have your flint and strike off, like obviously I lit the fire last night and Tom did in one of our last videos where we were together. And the ends there acts as a ferrocerium rod striker, so just straight off of there. Throws
Nice
really
sparks.
nice. That's really good.
Yeah.
In fact, it's the first time I've used it, but so it works exactly as advertised.
Yeah.
You want to give that a go?
We both bought one of these. We literally went to 2 stores and bought the exact same things, didn't we?
Yeah,
just
it was
slightly
really-
different colours. Wow. Yeah, that's good.
Easy, isn't it?
I'll have a go with my one later, getting some flint and steel sparks and show you that up close. But yeah, Beaver Bushcraft. If you're looking for a small lightweight bearing block just to have in a fire kit, really cool design, and I love the copper rivets because it goes with the copper rivets on my canvas tarp.
Yeah, and he was saying there should be no heat transfer through this, and of course probably the smallest amount of friction you're ever going to get really in a bearing block with metal. So
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Cool. So I use this. If you want to check out my video of me making this bow drill set, it's a few videos back on my channel. Please do check it out. That teaches you how to make one of these. I brought the set with me just to save time. No point in making another set just for the sake of it.
No.
Takes up all my camera film to do so.
And there's a video of it there if you're interested in learning how to do that. We're going to have a play with this. This is a willow set. Needs a bit of tidying up, so we're going to do that first. And then we're going to run the bow drill as a tandem. So I'll probably take the stance, and then Liam adds pressure down and helps me drive the spindle. And with two people, it just makes it a lot more fuel efficient.
Yeah, it's just about rhythm, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know? Once you get the other person's rhythm, it makes it a lot easier. And let's be honest, if you're going to rely on this and there's two people, one of you isn't just going to stand there snoring. No. You're actually going to help each other out, aren't you?
You might as well, you know, teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly. So I'm going to trim and tidy this up. Liam, if I can get you to bring the camera in.
Sounds good.
And I'll tidy it up.
Awesome.
It slices pretty well when I give it some welly, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's such a practical tool. That's why I love it. Like, yes, it looks cool, but that's not the reason I like it.
No,
you know what I mean?
Awesome bit of kit.
It's just
So
practical. It's just a tool.
Yeah, it's just a bit bigger. It's like a machete still a tool, isn't it?
We
Or
could
a
even do the
Paranga
bow
still
drill
a tool.
on that.
Yeah, as a plate.
Do you think?
Yeah, that would look cool. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, as long as you're good for me to go. Good amount of smoke. Burning.
Might need gloves.
Really hot.
Yeah. So it does get a bit hot. So we're going to actually put a glove on.
Yep, I reckon so.
But there is no friction. So,
Gliding.
funnily enough, Liam, we got an ember.
Hey.
But we'll keep going a little bit because I want a bigger ember than that.
Yeah, that is amazing.
But
Good kit there.
we've actually got an ember there. So before it got too hot, I could have kept going for another 30 seconds, but I didn't want to be uncomfortable. Yeah. So it does get hot with gloves. You've seen I've got an ember there already.
Yeah, it's probably not bad practice to wear a glove
No.
anyway when you're bow drilling. So.
And if you think about it, we had the pressure of two people there bearing down on that.
Yeah, 100%.
So cool. I'll grab a glove.
Good ember there.
And maybe
though.
what we'll do is we'll move the camera in. Yeah. Yeah, it does get hot, Liam.
Yeah.
Nothing, Tom.
There's a bit. Monster ember.
That's good, that is.
Get a tinder bundle.
I reckon so.
So Tom actually yesterday collected some of this, which is honeysuckle. It's the outer bark of it. It's a climber, and yeah, just got really loose, kind of shredding naturally kind of bark, almost like kind of paper, really, like a really dry material. It's a good idea just when you're doing something like this and you want to get a bundle, you can just buff it up, and what that does is exposes the fibres a lot more. And you can see all of this stuff at the bottom. That's why I'm doing it on a surface like this, so I can just easily collect it. And Tom also collected some nice peelings of birch over here, so this is some nice fresh bark. So we'll get this to a nice bird's nest and just get that, all of this dust and all of this stuff right in the middle where we're going to drop the ember here that we've created with the bow drill. Thank you, sir.
Your amber, sir.
So as you can see, big old cherry on there. If I just wave it, you'll see the glow. It's a big ember we made there.
It is.
So I'm going to carefully tip this into the bundle. Try and keep it as together as I can. And just close it slowly round it. Just get it used to its new home is what I always think of it like.
Yeah, let it settle in.
Yeah. And then slowly give it some oxygen. Thickening smoke. Getting there.
Not far now. There you are.
Okay, so I'm going to turn the bundle upside down so the flames can rise through it. I'm going to pop my twigs, I'm going to cross-hatch a pattern over it with a brace. Let the flames rise through the bundle and we'll go up the gears of our kindling. Thank you, boy.
No worries, sir. Sorry.
I'm attacking you. Teamwork.
Good work there, Tom. That was nice.
Really nice, bro. It's nice doing it a tandem.
Yeah, it was. Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. Good set, isn't it?
Really nice. It didn't
Willow's
take,
lovely.
Didn't take long at all. No, really good work on that. And that block, how did it feel in the hand?
Yeah, a bit hot. So definitely use gloves if you buy one of those. More heat transfer through it than I thought there would be. If I was going to suggest an improvement, then maybe just put a bit of leather on the top
Yeah, that's a good
of
idea.
the steel. But once you're using a leather glove, like we could have kept going there for a lot longer before the heat would have gone through my glove. So great bit of kit to have around if you want to practice a lot of bow drill.
Yeah.
And the fact that it does fire steel and flint and steel means you've got a pretty versatile piece of kit there.
It's definitely going in the kit bag, and I'll be taking it with me pretty much anywhere, just as an emergency bit. Because if you accidentally misplaced your flint and steel and you were like, oh, that was my method of firelighting, or you know, it's going to come into its own, I think.
Yep. If you were doing bow drill and you didn't have that, you could use a piece of green wood, a really hard wood like oak, and just split around, drill a little hole with the tip of your knife, and you've got a bearing block. But it's more work, and if you're relying on this for fire, you want it to be as reliable and as easy as possible.
Absolutely.
So
you can even go down the route like Tom shows in his video, like we mentioned before, of a stone or a rock, you know, and just work a tiny little depression in
antler,
there.
bone.
Yep.
I've actually got a knee bone joint,
Nice.
which I've used as a bearing block. I think it was a sheep's
I love
kneecap.
that. Wow. Brilliant.
And I've used that before as a
Yeah,
bearing
people
block.
using
So,
shells and all sorts, don't you?
yeah, they get very hot as
Yes.
well, so double or triple up your shells.
Yeah, I reckon so. Brilliant.
But no, that was great.
Nice fire.
What we're going to make tonight is pizza. So Dad's been making a pizza dough. He's got the yeast, it's been rising next to the Kelly kettle, and he's just chopping up some cheese. We've got a sun-dried tomato sauce, which we're going to use, and yeah, we're going to make some pizzas in the Dutch oven using my tripod to suspend it over the fire and get nice flame-baked pizzas.
Oh boy.
Should be good.
It's going to be amazing.
Awesome.
Just getting used to the tip on it. I don't want to break it off.
Yeah.
Nice ember brew. Such a good rolling pin. Lovely. That's sweet chestnut, is it?
Do you think that? I bet you could. Spade pizzas.
Excuse fingers.
Oh my god.
That is like fully cooked through. Nice melt on that cheese.
Is it melted?
Good crust on that dough as well. Whoa. Mike, do you want to grab that one?
Thank you so much. That's great. Thank you. Clear a space for you to sit down.
Calzone a la Woods.
Oh, that one you have the big piece tar.
Oh boy, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Great effort, Dad. The dough.
That looks amazing, guys.
Look at that piece. Look at the cheese, geese.
I know.
Look at the cheese.
They said it couldn't be done, that you can't make pizza on a campfire. They were wrong. So we've made pizzas and calzones on the fire, and I think by all accounts that is a success. So Dad's made the dough, and we've just made pepperoni pizza boy on a fire. So
Absolutely amazing.
pretty amazing, and even more satisfying the fact that this is cooked on a fire that we lit by rubbing sticks together.
Yeah, and rolled out with a pin that your dad made from a bit of sweet chestnut.
Yeah, exactly. So Dad
rolling
carved a rolling pin from a bit of green sweet chestnut. So
Beautiful.
yeah, this is a bushcraft pizza if I've ever had one.
It was.
It's better than Domino's, mate.
It's going to be gone soon.
It will be.
So guys, I promised to show you the other uses for this little bearing block multi-tool that me and Liam have both bought. We've established that it's a decent bearing block, but not the best, and that you can make better with a stone, something that doesn't transfer the heat or is a little bit bigger and easier to hold. But I've proved that it works because I've got a really nice ember with it without too much trouble. The other thing, the corners are sharpened to a nice, really sharp 90 degrees, so with a ferrocerium rod, as you can see, monster sparks. So that's the second use. And the third use, the one that I think is the coolest, is taking a bit of flint and the edges, you can make those sparks just dance. So for traditional flint and steel, you have a steel striker that throws monster sparks. For a ferrocerium rod or a fire steel, you have an excellent 90 degree spine, and for a bow drill you have a backup bearing block if you don't have time or energy to make a bearing block out of wood or antler or whatever you have available. So pretty useful piece of kit, and yeah, I just wanted to show you the versatility of it, because I think whilst it's not the best standalone bearing block you can get, it is a very versatile piece of gear, as I think I've just proven. Well, we've all had a fantastic day. We've just been hanging around at camp. We went up to watch some live music at the show. We had those fantastic pizzas. We did a good hour and a bit of bow drill practice. We didn't film all of it, we just kept going and practicing and sharing stuff. So we had a really good time doing that. And yeah, we've had a few beers and we've built the fire up now. It's spitting a lot because it's chestnut. But that was just some dead standing we found around here. But yeah, we're all planning on going to bed now. I'm going to watch the flames, watch this fire burn away until it dies down to embers, and just drift off to sleep that way. We've had another great day at the show, and we got one day left of the show officially, one more night, so should be really fun. I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and I'll catch you again in the morning when we'll be cooking some pancakes over the fire.
Yes, I think we get 20% off.
Well,
Coming on really well.
How's it going? I remember you vlogged me last show.
last year.
How are you?
Yeah, no, really, really good, thank you. Yeah, how has it been going with the coppice?
Yeah, really well. It's been a funny old year, obviously.
Yeah.
We just kind of gave up on courses, and I've just been so busy building.
And then I started doing trim.
So on the ridge. Yeah, exactly. You'll find your angle, and then you're getting a rhythm as well.
It's got a nice knot in it. Nice! Hi guys, it's the last official day of the Bushcraft Show today, and we've had a fantastic morning going around all the stalls. Some of them are starting to pack up and the crowds are definitely thinning down, which means we've had more time to actually talk to the people behind the stalls and pick up tips and knowledge from them. One particular highlight for me was actually talking to the people over at Newhaven Coppice. They're just a fantastic group of people, excellent crafts people, and I highly recommend you go and check them out. He actually remembered me from last year where I went and watched what he was doing, and this year he's making an amazing dugout canoe from a lime tree, carving it all out with axes, adzes, and hollowing it out to make a dugout
canoe that will float, and he'll be able to paddle around in it. Getting talking to him, he actually let me have a go at carving it. So me and Liam were in there helping him out with the chisels and the hollowing gouges, and helping to craft this dugout canoe. We were doing it for 10-15 minutes until our arms got sore, so no doubt they've built up some significant muscle doing that for 3 days, because it's seriously hard work. But it was just a fantastic experience, and probably one of my highlights of the show, to actually get hands-on with a project like that, carving a dugout canoe. So we're back at camp now. We want to get a hot drink on. So I've actually picked up some Amadou. This is a heavily processed layer, the trauma layer of a horse's hoof, or Fomus fomentarius fungus, and it's an excellent tinder. It's a real faff to produce this stuff to such a sort of level of softness where it will catch a spark so easily. So I picked up some at the show, and I'm really looking forward to trying it out with traditional flint and steel. So I'm going to lay the Amadou fungus on my flint, drive off a few strikes of my flint striker, and drop some sparks into it, and it should smoulder. And there you go, caught an ember on that nice soft material, and it's already glowing. That ember should build, and I can put it in my tinder bundle. Hopefully you can see that. It smells really mushroomy as it's burning. It's really, really cool. I'm going to put it in its tinder bundle, close it in around it, and start giving it some oxygen. Turn the bundle upside down. Using a brace, I'm going to brace my kindling up against it and wait for the flames to rise through that bundle of twigs. Really nice historical method of fire lighting. Flint, steel, and a little bit of Amadou fungus. So lovely. Look at the ember in there. Sick.
Actually on station, Joe. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, boys.
Wait, let me just check. I got enough room next to you.
Me. A round of applause for Tom behind the camera.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Here are we.
Here all now.
Well guys, we've just spent the last, I don't know, 45 minutes?
Yeah, 45 minutes, an hour, something like that.
Yeah, just playing around with some carving. We started off with some rounds of green sweet chestnut.
and what we've done is split them down, and we've taken them in half and been making little spatulas. So Liam's made this really nice rounded handle one, which fits in his tool bag, doesn't it?
That's it, yeah, made to kind of fit the Thornhill Ultraheavy little tool roll that I got, so it's really awesome little bit of kit, recommend you check it out. And I love yours, a little...
Yeah, I made a little one-sided asymmetrical spatula. It was going to be a jumbo spatula, but I wasn't concentrating and split the other side off, so I thought I'd improvise and make a one-sided spatula. And then we've also been sort of teaching Dad some carving tips, and he's now working on his own spatula, which is turning out pretty nice.
Really well, yeah,
so
absolutely.
He's been learning all the sort of Sloyd techniques, how to carve towards himself safely, how to use different grips, how to use an axe for carving.
Yeah, it's been really good for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's loving it. He's getting really good as well.
Building confidence, and because they're scary things, axes, aren't
they? They are. And this one, actually, me and Dad restored together. So Dad found this head at a flea market for £1.
Lovely Kent pattern, isn't it?
Kent pattern, yeah. And we, it was rusted beyond recognition. And me and Dad spent a day in a workshop re-profiling the edge. We got all the rust off it. We blued the head, and then I carved this while Dad was finishing off the metalwork. I carved this handle completely from scratch out of a piece of oak.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Really comfy, because I carved it for my hands. And then we put a bog oak wedge in. And yeah, so this axe me and Dad have completely restored.
Something really sentimental, isn't it?
And then Dad has made this sheath. So I came up with the sort of design of this sheath, and then Dad actually made it come to life. So this is 2 pieces of bog oak, with some nice bits of oak around it and a bit of bungee.
Offcuts from the handle.
Yeah, so all of this is offcuts, and yeah, that's our own little carving axe that Dad's using now for his own carvings. So pretty cool, nice story behind it.
I love it.
And yeah, both me and Liam have got spatulas.
Some nice spatulas, yeah. They're going to be really handy for future camps.
And playing lightsabers.
Absolutely.
We're about to start cooking, so we'll show you a bit of that. I'm running out of footage now, so I won't film tomorrow. I'm just going to film tonight and call it good, because we've had such a great time.
It's been awesome.
It's just been it's been amazing. Any time I'm in the woods with Liam, we always have a great time.
We do. And yeah, looking forward to the good food coming up. So
what are we having?
Crunchy fried chicken.
Say it louder.
Crunchy fried chicken.
Louder.
Crunchy fried chicken.
Crunchy fried chicken, boy.
Crunchy fried chicken.
I love that.
What we have on that plate is some seriously crunchy chicken. We fried it in the Dutch oven in sunflower oil, and it's got loads of spices in the batter that we've made for it, and then we've breadcrumbed it on top of the batter, and it has made this ridiculously nice fried chicken, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. So if I get Liam to find one of the fillets and just cut into it. Yeah.
Got a bit of bone.
Some of them we've done bone, some of them we've done fillet. Look at that. I'm going to just zoom in, so excuse the camera movement. Oh. Just look at that chicken.
That is so good, buddy.
That is insane. Well guys, it's that time. We've torn down camp. Liam's all packed away, I'm all packed away. We've started putting the fire pit, sort of covering it over, making sure it's out. We've tipped a whole load of water on it, perforated the ground with holes to make sure that water seeps down and cools the ground. And once that's completely cooled, we're going to leave no trace, make sure this campsite is as close to just a natural environment as possible. We're going to remove our seating and scatter the logs, and yeah, just basically give back to the woods for having us, basically for 4 or 5 days. So it's been a fantastic show, hanging out with Liam, hanging out with my dad. It's just been the best company. We've had so many sort of actual belly laughs, just wetting ourselves with laughter, just having such a great time, sharing lovely food, sharing lovely stories, sharing drinks around the fire, and just having just the best time. I couldn't think of a better way to end the summer. For me, the show is all about the connections with people, the friendships you make, and the memories that you share around a campfire. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully I've given you a little flavour of what it was like for us with the camping. Hopefully you've seen some of the stalls and things, and it's given you a little taste of what we experienced. But I'd like to thank Liam for coming along and sharing our campsite, and please do go and check out his channel, Primal Nomad, on YouTube. It's one of the best out there. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I've got work in a day or two, so I'll be back at it and busy, and as soon as I get a holiday I'll be back in the woods. So stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon.